Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, this is the spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino. Let's get it started. First of all, I am going to use 2 garlic cloves. The aglio is the garlic, the olio is the olive oil, peperoncino is the chili pepper. It's not a spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino if you don't have those 3 things in it. The garlic. I personally like to coarsely chop it. There are many theories about how domestic garlic is better or how Chinese garlic is better. I will probably get flamed, but to be blunt, I don't like domestic garlic. Why? Simply because they are expensive. I wouldn't buy expensive stuff on a daily basis. So I generally use the Chinese or Spanish ones. Honestly, it doesn't make that much difference in taste. The domestic ones are bigger and have milder flavor, so they are better suited for eating raw. If you want to add flavor, the Chinese or Spanish ones are better because they are more aromatic. If you are making these spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino, use international produce. It will be better. This is the only things I am going to cut this time. You can add more ingredients, but we'll make it without them this time. Use a small frying pan as well. This time it's for 1 person. For 2 servings, a larger frying pan would be better. Now add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the cold pan. Add the Chinese garlic that you just cut up here. You can use high heat at first. Allow the garlic to release flavor into the oil. When it starts to puff up, pull it over the edge. Reduce the heat. The reason for the low heat is to allow the oil to cook slowly and release its aroma. When the garlic has turned a Shiba Inu color, add the chili. It may be a little more than 1. The chili cooks faster than the garlic, so we add it second. Once the chili is a little bit more cooked and the garlic has turned a whole Shiba Inu color, the next part is where I will get flamed in the comments. Add 350 milligrams of water. Add 1 teaspoon of consommé here. And a pinch of salt. Well, I guess you can also add 2 pinches of salt. The pasta I'm going to use is the 1.4 millimeters, 5-minute boiling time. When the water comes to a boil, return it to medium heat and put the pasta here in this state. Twist it in and it will be like they are not in the pot at all. But if you give it a little time, it will go in properly. At this point, turn the heat to medium-low and add the pasta. The authentic spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino doesn't have consommé in it. The reason why they don't add it is because they don't have consommé in Italy. Once the pasta is boiling, you can use high heat. The final goal is that all the water in here will be absorbed by the pasta and will be gone. I used to work in an Italian restaurant. Spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino made in the kitchen of an Italian restaurant tastes completely different than a spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino made at home. When I thought about what the difference was, the restaurant that I worked at had an enormous amount of people coming in every day, so we cooked pasta in 1 pot all the time. That way the boiling water be very thick. The boiling water with the wheat dissolving very well thickens the sauce appropriately. Since you boil it in the pot only, all the flour that has dissolved into the boiling water is in this sauce. This method works really well for me, and I think it's the most delicious spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino I have ever made. It only takes 30 seconds more to complete. When the absorbing process is about to be done, that's the moment I add 1 tablespoon of olive oil here and turn off the heat. It has now been 5 minutes. This is where the mixture will be properly mixed and emulsified. Look at this, folks, there is almost no sauce at this point. This is the key. This spaghetti aglio olio peperoncino sauce is really good. I would put a little more salt in it. This time there is no garnish, so the pasta itself needs to have some strong flavor to make it taste good. It is already done. Place it on a plate. Serve it like this, twisting it around. This will help keep the pasta from getting cold. Sprinkle with dried parsley if you have any, for presentation. Here's the supreme spaghetti aglio e olio peperoncino. Now let's get to eating. This really is the best one. Goes well with wine. The boiling water with the flour melted out of it and the olive oil uniting the sauce with the noodles to the extreme. Delicious! This is a good one. I like chili, so I added quite a bit, but you could add a bit more or less. This is a bit spicy. I would say it's about medium hot. It really brings out the deliciousness of the consommé. This is basically a recipe that doesn't have any ingredients in it, so if you make it with bacon or other flavorful seasonings, you don't have to use so much consommé. Most Japanese people have a taste buds that desire umami, so umami should be put in there somewhere. You can add a little bit more salt and umami seasoning. Yeah, best! Honestly, this spaghetti aglio e olio peperoncino is extremely wicked. To make the pasta in one pot, in entire process, is basically not done by anyone else. I'm going to go with the wickedness this time. Yes, it is soy sauce. Just a little bit of it is fine. Many people don't know how good a spaghetti aglio e olio peperoncino with soy sauce on it is. I promise, it's insanely delicious. Soy sauce is amazing. I've eaten my way through Italian restaurants, and this is really the best spaghetti aglio e olio peperoncino I've ever had. I think it's going to be a hit with everyone. I hope you will make it the same way I did. I'm sure the comments will probably get pretty flamed, but this is what I think is the best spaghetti aglio e olio peperoncino I have ever made. I'd love to share this with you guys. So what do you think of this cooking video? If you are interested in making this, or if you think it looks delicious, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one.